Greetings, royal queens and kings. This is your host, Queen Tulsa, and we are here and we are back. Now, listen here. We are in court today. On the docket today, we have a YouTuber by the name that goes by the name of Uppity. Okay, so we'll be discussing the case about Uppity on today. Yes, we will. Shocking custody battle. YouTuber neglects children. Fathers win unanimously. In this compelling video, we delve into a critical case of child neglect, where the evidence overwhelmingly supports the finding of neglect due to the respondent's alcohol abuse. We explore how this is we explore how this substance abuse has adversely affected the children's physical, mental, and emotional well-being, placing them at imminent risk of further impairment. Join us as we analyze the implications of these findings and discuss the importance of safeguarding children's welfare in similar situations. Now, listen here. We are coming live. We are from court. This is an evening session. This will only be a preliminary hearing. We will not be asking the plaintiff to come out and make a statement, but what we will do is give a judgment on today and what I'll be looking for. I will be the judge on this case. I will go ahead and take on this case, and we'll go ahead and get everybody that needs to be subpoenaed into the court. Okay, so court is adjourned. We are now in court. Okay, so listen here. We are going to go ahead with Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Okay, well, Exhibit A is going to be some documentation from the courts. These are going to be from the appellate court. And also, we have video evidence. All right, we have video evidence. Yes, we do. So we have video evidence, and we also have evidence. And let me see if we can have the prosecutors go ahead and pull this footage up. And allegedly, this is going to be footage from a situation where the plaintiff is actually in violation of the code, of the home code in New York. Yes, of the home code in New York. This is a prosecutors did not put what type of establishment this is in, that the let's see, that the defendant is in on today. All right, and while we're here, we're going to go ahead and follow up with the court. And being that we are mandated reporters, we have to go ahead and do the necessary chains of commands. And the first thing to do is call the child office, child abuse
hotline. Press 1 to continue in English. Oprima el número 2 para continuar. This is an emergency. Hang up now. Call the police by dialing 911. They are able to respond immediately. Calls are answered by trained child protection specialists, and a supervisor is available at all times. Calls may be recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. If you are a child under the age of 18, or if you are calling about a child under the age of 5 with physical injuries or about the death of the child, press 1. If you are calling about a child or children who you believe may be abused or maltreated, press 2. To request copies of records or to have a report reviewed.
Mr. George speaking. How can I help you?
Absolutely. My name is Queen Tulsa, and I'm from the Queen Tulsa Show. I'm a mandated reporter here out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. My telephone number is area code 405-437-4865. We are on a recorded and video live. We are streaming to our audience, and we are calling to report neglect and abuse This is going to be by a YouTuber by the name of Uppity Goddess. Okay.
Just give me 1 second,
okay? Okay, absolutely.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. While we go ahead and wait, we'll go ahead and bring up this live broadcast. And this is going to be of the individual that we are calling in on because she had her child in danger. At this point in time, there was a man that was very aggressive with this woman, and her child was there. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and play this clip right here. And this is for informative, educational purposes. And we are doing this in reference to Child Protective Services. This is a educational video, and we are definitely taking matters in our own hands and going ahead and informing Child Protective Services that uppity Negro Goddess has put her child in danger, and we are doing what's necessary to protect that child from danger in the future.
All right, you hold it for me?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you for holding. Can you just spell your first name for me?
Yes. The name of my show is The THE Queen, QUEEN, Tulsa, TULSA, show, SHOW. And this is for educational purposes only. Mm-hmm.
And how old is the child you're calling about today?
I'm not sure how she is, but I know that she's a minor and she's under the age of, I want to say 12.
Okay. And does she reside here in New York State?
Yes, she does.
Do you know what county she resides in?
I do not, but I do have a case number. This particular individual has been in court before, and she lost custody of her children, and she's been online, and it's just been a repetition of the same behavior, and I am scared for her younger child. There was a situation. What brought this situation to my attention and where I had to report it was I saw a live video. She was at her apartment building. She had her younger child with her, and she had placed a scooter in the garbage can. And she had gotten so upset that someone else had gotten the scooter out the garbage can, and she proceeded to belittle the individual that was trying to get items for his children. He's just, it seemed like he was just a single gentleman trying to provide for his family, and she made a big fuss about it. They were in the New York apartment building. I don't know the exact apartment building, but I do have a case number in case you would like to look some of that information up.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to look any of that up just because of confidentiality laws.
Okay.
I won't be able to see any of that. I apologize for that aspect of it now. If you could give me like an approximate age, how old would you say?
I would say in between 6 and maybe 10, 6 and 10. I would say in between 6 and 10.
Okay. Now, I know you had mentioned, obviously, there were some issues with her before they were going to court. She had lost custody at one point of her children. Did she lose custody of this child as well?
I'm not sure she lost custody of this child, and I don't believe that she did. But if you give me a second, it says orders. Family Court, New York County, Stephen H. Weinstein entered on or about January 23rd, 2014, which upon a fact finding. Okay, are you able to hear me now? Are you, hello?
Yeah, now you're out a little bit.
Okay, so it says
Can you
orders.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Are you able to hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, I'll go ahead and proceed with what I'm saying, and then whenever you want me to stop, just say, hello, miss, I need you to stop. Is that okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so from this order, it says,
Yeah, that's
okay, so from this documentation from the court, it says orders family court, New York County, it says Stuart H. Weinstein entered on or about January 23rd, 2014, which upon a fact-finding determination that respondent mother neglected the subject children, granted custody of the children to their respective fathers, unanimously affirmed without cost. The finding of neglect is supported by a preponderance of the evidence which demonstrates that respondents' alcohol abuse impaired the child's physical, mental, or emotional condition or placed the children at imminent risk of impairment. And it says, see matters of something, something. The children wore tattered, dirty clothing and gave off an odor. Classmates refused to sit near him. And then it says, let's see, who is there's a child who is autistic and attends a small specialized class, also missed an excessive number of days of school to his determinant. The record establishes that it is in the best interest of the children to be in the custody of their respective fathers. See S batch versus S batch 56 in white 2D 167161 1982. While continuing to live with siblings is often in a child's best interest, this is not this is not an absolute. Both fathers have expressed a willingness to ensure that each sibling enjoys frequent contact with the other. This constitutes the decision and order of the Supreme Court Appellate Division, First Department, entered June 4th of 2015. So I want to say this. There was a case that was gone on in 2015. This individual is back at her antics. And this individual, she was in the office of her living quarters. I guess it's a mental health living situation. Well, she was there. She was in the lobby. She was on live broadcast on YouTube. And she decided to pick a fight with one of the neighbors that decided to pick up her trash. And I just want to say this: one man's treasure is another man's treasure, you know? And so she made a big fuss about it to where it got very violent. She was recording this man, she was provoking this man while her child was standing right next to her. The guy ended up swinging on her and knocked the phone out of her hand. The reason why I'm calling is because she's in New York. We're in a time and a climate where people are acting irrational when it comes to mental health. Not everybody understands it. And so I felt her child was in immediate danger, and I don't think that she's using her common sense when it comes to addressing issues that could maybe wait at a later date without her child being present, being that she's going to be combative and argumentative and, going back and forth. And from the video footage, it seems like the apartment complex or the mental health living quarters that she's living in, they've had enough because they were taking the side of the opposing individual that was being harassed by this individual.
So basically, this mom, she, just became that. When would we say this happened? When the whole incident took place?
Oh, I can tell you. Give me one moment. Let me get to the video.
Yeah, no, no worries. Take your time.
Okay. So this video, let me see. So this video was produced on one moment. Okay, so this video was uploaded 11 days ago, and that date will be May 19th of 2025.
Okay. So this mother just at this point became out of control, was very combative and argumentative, provoking an unknown individual to the point where this unknown individual became out of control and knocked the phone out of her hand in the presence of the child.
Yes, and let's his spouse or his partner was she was right there. Their children were right there, and all the it seemed like it was over a scooter that she had thrown away, and this man had went to the garbage can. He said, "Hey, this is a nice scooter. It doesn't look that bad. Let me go ahead and give it to my child." And she decided to confront him in front of everybody in that building. And let's just say this, in his from his perspective, he's just a man out here trying to provide for his children. It was at the garbage. When I throw something away, I can't go back into the garbage and say, or if you go to the garbage and pick it up, I can't come and harass you and say, give me that back. You know what I'm saying? Once it's in the garbage, it's gone.
And then the instance, so in the past, he had children removed due to the children were, had one children had dirty clothing, he had an older, classmates refused to sit near those children. One child was autistic in a small class. School. Those children were at one point removed from monitoring place with their fathers, correct?
Absolutely. Well, not all children, okay, because she still has custody of one. But I just want to say, just from that video from 11 days ago, and I've saw things that kind of, alerted me, and it was like, things aren't what is going on. But with this video right here, it just kind of confirmed, like, yeah, there's something going on. This was on May the 19th of 2025, and she struck up her live video, and she decided to provoke a man while her child was right there. And it even got to the point where the man had even went and said some things about her child, and then she escalated it even more. But you can see in this video, I can email you the video. You can see in this video, security, the front desk clerk, they're trying to, keep everything calm, but she's escalating, and she's continuing to utilize her voice to tell him, well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And before you know it, he was provoked, and he slapped the phone out of her hand because he asked her several times, please stop recording me and my family.
And how is her child reacting in all of this? Do we know?
Well, I want to say she's autistic, and I want to say that, she was confused. She was frightened. I mean, she's sitting right there, standing right there. They're in the lobby. She just got home. I'm pretty sure she was ready to go up and maybe get a snack, change her clothes, and do homework or something. But all that was postponed because of her mom's behavior and her not being able to kind of decipher, this is not the time nor the place for me to interact or discuss this in front of my child.
Right. Okay. Any other concerns?
Yes, the other concerns are her drinking. She's usually online, and she's usually yelling and screaming. And, it raises concern to me because sometimes her child is up and awake. And if I have family and friends that have autistic children, and anytime that there's like a big chaos or confusion going on, it is not good for them. It's not good for them. And right. I would rather, if they can put her through some classes, and she could go through some classes and prove herself, and if she could have like monetary visits, if she was to get the child back, I would be okay with that. But just sending the child right on back over her to her with her previous record and her history and things like that. Um, I would recommend that the courts would definitely consider that.
Okay. And so we could say on at least one occasion, mom was the sole caretaker while caring for this autistic child while being impaired on alcohol.
Absolutely.
And as a result of that, she was yelling, screaming, and acting out of control.
Oh, absolutely. So she's on YouTube, and her channel is called Uppity Negro Goddess. That is her.
Can you
And
just spell that?
I sure can. Give me one moment. Let me get my secretary. Okay. UPPITYNEGROGODDESS. Yes. That is her channel.
Do you know?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what her first name is?
Absolutely. Give me one moment. Let me go ahead and she's a black woman.
And how old would you say she is?
I would say she's in her 40s, early 40s.
Okay. And we don't have a main address for her in where she's residing currently?
Well, actually, I have a little piece of information that will probably help you locate her. Give me one moment.
By locating a family. So I'm just going to go over a few things with you, and if you don't have them, that's okay. You can always say unknown.
Okay.
You don't have her direct address at this point, correct?
Unknown.
Okay. Do you know where this child attends school?
Unknown.
Okay. Do you know if this family has CPS history in the last 1 to 2 years?
Yes.
Do you know if mom works anywhere?
Well, I know that she says that she collects $1,000 in child support a week.
Do you know if she receives any public assistance, like food stamps, things like that?
Oh, yeah. She gets food stamps and she gets public housing.
Okay. Do you know what county she receives them in?
This is in New York. I just know it's New York.
We just don't know what specific part of New York.
The Appellate Division, First Department, the Supreme Court, wherever that's located, she's not far from there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me just run it by my supervisor real fast, and then we'll come right back to you, okay?
Okay, and listen here, could I give you a contact number just in case we get disconnected?
Yeah, I just want to tell you, it's the one you gave me in the beginning. I just want to make sure. You said 405-437-4865.
That is correct.
Okay, I'll be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so this is for entertainment purposes only. We are out here saving children. Listen here, if you know a child that's in danger, in immediate danger, and you need resources, first of all, dial 911 and transfer to the non-emergency number and have them direct you in which way to go. After that, you got to figure out which city and state that they're in, figure out that, and then call the 1-800 hotline number to help. Okay. We're on here. We're all about thriving and surviving. We want this to be a safe environment for each and every one of us. But when we have children and individuals that are not handling responsibilities with their offsprings, we have to reach out for help. This is an informative. This is not to take nobody down. This is each one teach one. When you see something, you say something. Don't let it keep riding by. At the end of the day, this woman has an alcohol problem. The only thing that it takes is for her to meet a man, for her to get inebriated, and for that child to be vulnerable. So call it for whatever you want. I'm standing up, and you should too. And you should too. Yes, ma'am. Because there's no need for me to come on here and give commentary. No, let's handle business first. If we really serious about this, and we're really serious about this case, and we really about that little girl, because I could care less about the mother. I care about that child. The child is innocent. The child don't deserve that. The child deserves to be fed. The child deserves an education. She deserves to be in an environment that is peaceful. She already has enough going on. She's autistic. I don't care who don't like it. At the end of the day, we got to step up for that child. Our children are our future. Absolutely. Yeah, my concerns are for that child. I don't care what y'all talking about. Like, y'all can miss me with it, y'all can like it, or y'all can hate it, but that child does not deserve that. That child does not deserve that. And we'll go ahead and get into the court documents right after we report this. So you guys make sure you stay tuned. And this is for educational purposes only. This was 10 years ago. This is about to be almost 10 years to the anniversary. June 4th of 2015. This is almost 10 years ago. All right, let's take a listen.
On me. He put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. He beat on his wife. I'm not his wife. This is the guy. Come got in pictures, not his wife.
Okay, so listen here. If this man put his hands on his wife, why would you go up in this man's face? If you know for a fact that this man has put his hands on his wife, and you know that he don't have an issue with going and putting his hands on women, why would you step up to the plate? Why would you do that? Wouldn't the blazing bejesus would make you to go up to this man and you say that he puts hands on his wife? He puts hands on a woman. Why would you proceed to engage in an argument with him when you know that this is allegedly his past? You said he's called the police. She's called the police in the past. So this is something that you've seen. Why would you subject yourself, not only subject yourself, but subject your daughter to that violence? Why would you do that? This is what she said. I'm not making it up. Let's rewind the camera. Everything is on camera, remember? She loves to say, everything's on camera. Check the cameras. Well, we are.
On me. He put his hands on me. He beat on his wife. I'm not his wife.
He beat his wife. He puts hands on his wife. Why would you go up to a man like that? Ladies, let me know in the comments. If you have a man that you know has beat on women, you know that he has no issue with putting his hands on a woman. Are you walking up to that man and trying to start a moment? Listen here. Hold on. Listen here, sir. I know that you like to hit women, but listen here. Let me get my phone now and let me record you. Sir, let me get my phone now and let me record you because I want to have a moment with you. Let me go ahead. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I got my phone now. You're poor. You're taking my child's scooter from the garbage can. What you gonna do? I got my phone shining in your face. Okay. I'm shining it. He says, well, get the phone out my face. And she says, no, let me put it a little bit closer. Okay. This is what she did. Okay. This is what she did. This is what she put her phone out. She got her phone out. She got that phone out. See, people be thinking that it's cool to put that phone out. Let me put my phone out. What you gonna do? You a man. What you gonna do? Listen here, sister. Some of these men don't give a damn that you're a woman, and they will knock your head off. And they will knock your daughter's head off too because you had her right next to you. And guess what? If they got started with you, then they feel like they gotta finish the job. You gotta think. You could have actually had you and your daughter going up to glory because you wanted to pull your phone out and record somebody and make them feel a certain type of way because they went and got a scooter. Let's get into this, y'all. This scooter wasn't a raggedy scooter. This was a scooter that she got rid of because she couldn't talk to her baby daddy. So she said, I'm going to throw the scooter away. He said, ain't nothing wrong with the scooter. I don't give a damn. I'm going to throw it away. So when she threw it away, somebody else went to go get it. And now she got a problem. Because she wanted to put on for Facebook, for YouTube. She decided to pull her camera out. I'm about to record. And it is what it is. I don't care who don't like my preaching. See, y'all don't like this type of preaching. You got these OGs out here that just let stuff ride. Warn these people before they meet Jesus. Uppity, this is a warning before you meet Jesus. Stop running up on people. This is an informative. And we are thinking about your baby because you don't care about it. So we got to. Here at the Queen Tosa Show, we've got to worry about your baby. We got to make sure that we report this to the proper authorities so they can come over and make sure stuff is right. It is no reason why that girl should be over there dealing with all that. If you getting $1,000 a week and if you got a home and a roof over your head and you got all those things, girl, there's no way that you should be acting out like this. No way. You need some therapy and you need substance abuse. You do. And those are my thoughts, my opinions, just from looking. Let's get it. Hey, Roxy, how are you doing? Roxy is a member. How you doing, Roxy? You said, right. Yes. You said, Pink Spirit, it says, no self-preservation and the delusion no one will tap her to. This is the thing. You might think that you ain't got it all, and you might think that you stronger than everybody. Girl, there's always somebody out there that's gonna get you. You said this is how people end up hurt. Absolutely, this is how. Absolutely, trying to get a moment on social media, trying to go viral. Go viral for doing the right thing. You over there trying to go viral for fight. You too grown for that. Uppity Weeble Wobble Waist says, as a woman, I don't walk up on men anyway. She was provoking him. It's never right for a man to hit a woman. It's never right for a man to hit a woman, but woman, stop doing that. You cannot do that. You don't want nobody walking up on you being aggressive like that. Don't do that to nobody else. And
Are you still holding for me?
I am.
Okay. Now, do you know the child's first and last name by chance?
Well,
Child?
yes, African American. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you know the few things we need in order to make a report.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is, so at this point, because we don't have those things, I can't register the report right this second. But what I can do, though, is I can run their names through the system when we get off the phone here. And if I find that case history in the last 1 to 2 years, then I would take a report based on the concerns you gave me. you take it based on her drinking and actually have control while being the sole caretaker for her child. And additionally, that she did have additional children removed from her care due to neglect, and she is currently the sole caretaker for this child. So I won't be able to obviously tell you at this time we're taking a report. I won't be able to take that report until we get off the phone and I can find them in the system. If I can't find them in the system, unfortunately, it doesn't go any farther. And that's kind of just how the things you need to take a report. Now, anytime we don't take a new CPS report, you get the option to speak to a supervisor. Is that something you want to do?
Yeah, I would like to talk to anybody that I can talk to.
Okay.
And I want to also mention this, that man was provoked and slapped that phone out of her hand, and she should not have approached him with that phone, you know. And like I said, she had her child right there. Anything could have happened. That they're in New York. That man could have pulled out a switchblade or anything and lit her up and that child.
Right. Totally understand where I'm calling. I wish, obviously that's her kind of things you went through.
Right.
I totally agree with you on the situation. Like, it's definitely putting her child at risk. Like, you're acting out of control like this and putting your child at risk. Anything could have happened. The child could have got taken the phone, and especially her drinking too. If you're drinking like this and you're the sole caretaker, your child's autistic, sometimes autistic children need more help. And, if you're that intoxicated, it definitely brings concerns there as well. Let me just get my supervisor for you and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing this for the kids. And listen here, if y'all see somebody on here, that shit ain't cute. It ain't nothing cute about it. Oh, this the B sector. We just want to see some drama, this, that, and the third. But what are you doing about it? Yeah, we in the B sector, but guess what? You do something around me, I'ma tell. I am going to tell. And I'm over here, it took me a minute. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you for the cash app. Thank you, my love, whoever that was. Oh, and thank you for your service. Oh, let me see. Oh, I love the flower. And that's a sunflower. Thank you so much, beautiful. We'll keep, everybody will be anonymous, but thank you so much. Let me reply. I'll reply with a heart. Thank you so much, beautiful. Yes. Okay, you said, hey, Norris Tony, how are you doing, my love? You said that man learned uppity. Absolutely. And listen, this is just me giving him the comment, whatever's on here. Y'all see how he broke all that down? He wrapped uppity up in just 5 minutes. He's like, okay, well, she's a drunk, she's this, she's that. That's what it is. Let's protect the babies. And if y'all can't hold y'all licking, if y'all can't do it in moderation, then don't fucking do it. Uppity Weeble Wobble Way says, let me be clear, Tulsa. It's not right for a man or a woman to be abusive. However, she should not step up to a man, step up on a man. And I get that. I'm rolling with you. And what I mean is not fair for a man to go up on a woman. It is not fair for a woman to go up on a man. Don't nobody deserve to have somebody putting their hands on somebody. If you got to do all that, walk away or just leave it well enough alone. Leave it well enough alone. If you've got to do all that, leave it well enough alone. Because somebody's going to end up getting hurt. Somebody's going to end up getting hurt. Somebody's going to be walking off in cuffs. And we don't know if you'll be spending years in there or spending the rest of your life in there. And then who's going to care about your kids? Who's going to care about your kids? See, you ain't even thinking about the future. You worried about right now, what somebody going to do and how you going to prove your point. Because soon as when she had that phone out and she was recording, I don't know how many people started flooding up in her chat, but the more numbers she got, you could see that she got more amped up. Hi. Okay. Thank you so much. And what was your name, beautiful?
Yeah, my first name's George. George, and my last name is Peter.
All right, George B., I really appreciate you and thank you for assisting and bringing awareness and making the world a better place.
You are so very welcome.
Absolutely.
Hi, this is Taylor. I'm a supervisor. So, George, we're going through the information. So I understand we have concerns about a mom that's going live, and there's some concerning things going on this YouTube channel, and she has a child that's there when she's getting intoxicated. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that is very much so accurate, and it's raising alarms and flags. She does have a video. It was on March the 19th, and she's in the office building, and it looks like the mailboxes are there, so it's in the lobby. And she approaches a man that's with his family, the wife or girlfriend. She looks pregnant or with child. I could be wrong, but don't quote me. The children are there. His children are there. She's got her child. And she decides to approach him about taking something from the garbage can. She went and placed something at the garbage can. It was trash. Her daughter got a new scooter, but she decided to call this man out for picking up her trash, which is his treasure, and giving it to his child. And she's just, yeah.
And he had to, like, knock the phone out of her hand. She was being so combative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, we definitely have to, like, her.
And her daughter was right there the whole time, autistic.
Right. That's why. Right. So we have enough to register a report, but what we have to do is on our end, we have to send CPS or HPS out to a specific address. You know, we can't just send it out and say there's somewhere in New York. So what we're going to do on our end, if they have anything in our past from the past 24 months, we can run their names and we have access to see if we can do, if they have anything that's in the past, 24 months, then we can use that address.
Okay,
So
let me reach out to my supporters. Give me one moment. If anybody knows a known location where this particular individual is, we're not going to say any names, but if y'all know where this particular individual is, if y'all have my Instagram, if y'all could send me the address to where she is. If anybody has a known address or anything like that, I'm on the phone right now with Child Protective Services, and they're trying their best to help me. So as much as details as y'all can give me, send it to me on Instagram. I'm going to check my Instagram right now. If anybody has a known address or can point me in a direction where there is an address, if anybody can send that to me, and anybody can be anonymous, we're not going to let anybody know, no names, no nothing. I'm doing this. I'm reporting it. So if anybody has any questions about who's reporting, it's me.
So you're just seeing this on a website, right?
No, I'm broadcasting live. My audience. I have about 100 people in here on YouTube. The Queen Tulsa Show. That's my live broadcast. That's my show. Yeah, we're doing awareness, and these people are in here. They can vouch of what I'm saying. What I'm asking them now is, does anybody have a address for her? I'm gonna spell my channel out so you guys can monitor me, check me out while I'm doing this. Is the 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 Queen QUEEN Tulsa TULSA show SHOW. I'm live broadcasting right now, and I'm just trying to see if any of the supporters have an address for her and if they're gonna be able to send it to me. Let me go ahead and put my Instagram in here to where if anybody has any information, go ahead and send it to me now, because we got these people on the phone and we are trying to help.
Yes, of course. And, if at this point, we are at the point where we have to start taking calls. So
okay. Well, listen, you have my number. You have my number.
We're 24 hours, 7 days a week. So if anyone, gets that information, or you yourself, then, but in the meantime, we are going to search their names and see what we can do, because it's reportable at this point from what you're, saying. So
yes.
We're going to search their names on our end, and then if you get any more information, you can always call us back, or anyone that gets more information, they know that you can provide them with the number that you called here.
Okay. Well, I got transfer. What's your direct number?
Oh, there's no direct number because,
okay.
I only work till 7. Yeah. So
okay.
You just call back and say, I tried to make a report. I didn't have an address, but there might be something that we can do. If once you get off the phone, it's all confidential.
Okay, hold on now. Hold on. I just got some information. Give me one moment.
Okay, yep, then I have everything to register a report.
Okay, thank you so much. And listen here, I shared my phone number. Do I need to share my email for anything? Because if you guys have to subpoena me or anything like that, I'm willing to testify.
Just the phone number at this point is good for now.
Okay. Okay. And that is 405-437-4865.
Yep, I got that for you.
Okay. Thank you so much and have a great day on purpose. And once again, thank you for continuing to save lives out here.
Yes, you too. Thank you for calling us.
You're welcome. Have a great day on purpose. Bye now. All right. So we have reported the incident, and what I'm seeing right now with the testimony that I had given to them on the phone is nothing shy of what we have been seeing here on YouTube. The woman is drunk, belligerent, and has no care in the world. She acts belligerent around her child. She puts her child in harm's danger. And I'd rather for that child to be with the father like the other fathers that stepped up and won unanimously. There's no way that she should be in control of this young girl, and she's acting and behaving like she is. You know, and this is the things that we see on camera. What's going on off camera? If she's had situations in the past where she wasn't taking care or making sure those kids were smelling good before they went to school, some of the kids in the class, they didn't want to sit by those kids. They were stinking. And y'all already know kids don't lie. Kids are going to be the honest. It may be brutal, but kids are very honest and brutal when it comes to the truth. Okay? Let's get into it. We have Haitian Honor says, my goodness, ma'am, what if that child ends up in the system? It is horribly dysfunctional, especially for our children. Isn't there another way to help? Well, ma'am, let me ask you this. Have you decided to step up and talk to Uppity? Because I have. I've done all that I can do. People have said, stop getting drunk. Stop yelling. Stop screaming. I've said those things. Stop doing these things online so people don't have things to report you on, right? But she doesn't have the self-control. She doesn't have the management of her anger to even be stable in this situation. So when we have an individual like this, you can try, you can tell, they don't change until something drastically happens. What I said was the child should go to the father. I never said the child should go to the system. I said the child should go to the father like the other children unanimously done. So I think that we need to take a step back instead of trying to be combative, such as this woman right here. See, now you're being combative. I'm out here trying to make a difference in the world. Okay, trying to make a difference in the world. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. Okay, I'm gonna leave your comment up, and I want you to tell me how you feel about this situation right here.
He put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. He beat on his wife. I'm not his wife. This is the guy. Cockeyed pictures, not his wife.
Okay, so peep this out. This woman says he puts his hands on his wife. He beats on his wife, but still, she's right here, got her phone out. Here, let's get the phone out, y'all. Let's get the phone out. Got her phone out, shining it in his face. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This man is saying, ma'am, please stop. Please stop harassing me. Please stop bothering me. Please stop letting my kids know that I got that scooter out the garbage can that you threw away that was garbage. You never turned around and looked back. If you wanted it, you would have went out there and you would have got it, but you didn't. Now my child is out here gliding and sliding on the scooter, and now you're mad. You have about 4 or 5 scooters in your apartment. I want y'all to clock it. Nyla has 4 or 5 scooters, but she's complaining about this one that she put into the garbage can. Let's get into this.
I'm not cockeyed. Cockeyed. She's cockeyed. Look at his face. Look at his body. They son was riding my daughter old scooter that I put in the garbage.
Right there. If a judge was to look at this, he's going to say, well, ma'am, you said that you put the scooter in the garbage. Once, and y'all let me know if we're on to something. Can we get some support? I know we have goals going on. Can we get somebody to support our goals? Please, please, please. If you are in here, you're enjoying the show, please like, share, and subscribe. This woman says, I put the scooter in the garbage. What is the garbage? The garbage is where you put things that you no longer want. Am I right or wrong? In the garbage, we are putting things there that we are not going to go back for. We're not going to reach back for it. We put it in the garbage because we no longer want it, correct? Am I the only one that put stuff in my garbage can that I don't want and I want it to be sent off? Come on, trash man, come get my garbage. Let's talk about it. We have Haitian Horse says, Banye Mwen Mu. Oh, I guess she's speaking in a different language. Okay. So whoever understands that language, shout out to our family. Shout out to VS up in the building. Shout out to VS. I haven't seen you in a while, sister. You've been hanging out in the, doing the right thing. Shout out to VS. VS, if you can, please drop your channel. You guys get on over to VS's channel. Oh, you donated to the Cash App? Okay, I don't even have the Cash App on. Oh, thank you so much, VS. I appreciate you. Hold on, let me see. He says, I donated to Cash App. Thank you so much, beautiful. I really appreciate you. I don't like to shout people's names out because I like to be discreet. But if you would like for me to shout you out, definitely say, hey, I sent you a Cash App in the chat. Oh my God, that is you. I didn't even recognize you. Thank you for your service, beautiful. Let me find out. Okay, shout out to our vets. Shout out to our vets. Haitian Horror Honor says, I like you and your channel and you, ma'am. And I do not know what this video is. It just seems very sad and disheartening. And people with darkness in them, I feel has instigated this. I will leave now. No, you don't have to leave now. No. Listen here. You're supposed to be here and sounding off on it. We need people with real feelings and authentic responses. We don't need nobody over here clapping and going along to get along. No, tell us how you feel. If it was wrong, if she was disgusted, if she should be held accountable for her actions, tell us that. You don't have to leave. This right here is a safe place for you. And if anybody gets out of hand, you let us know. You let us know. And we mean that from the bottom of our heart. Okay, people watching support Tulsa. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Shout out to Pink Spirited. She sent us a old nasty piece of $5 with a heart. We appreciate you. Listen here, let's go on a quick commercial break so I can catch my breath, and we'll be right back after these messages. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. Listen here, we definitely want to thank you all so much. If you are not able to give, don't feel bad. A like, a share, and a subscribe goes a long way. We're just here to have. We're just happy to have you here, watching, and you know, like I said, this isn't malicious, but we have to remember the children are our future. And if we don't protect the children and if we don't give them a greater upbringing than what we have, then we are setting them up for failure. And to sit by and just, know what's going on and not say nothing, I don't want that on my conscience. Around here, my children are thriving. I pray that each and every one of your children are thriving. If you need help and resources and help are out there. And if you can't afford therapy, get out there and do your research and see how you can get some therapy for a pay scale. If they can go off of your pay scale, definitely take advantage of that. And whatever you've been through in your past, listen here, it's okay. But you can also live a healthy lifestyle. If you don't want to deal with certain people, that's okay. If you want to reclaim your time, if you want to take back your power, you can do that. And once you do that, it makes you feel so good. You deserve it. You deserve to live a healthy lifestyle without the drama, without the extra. It's out there and it's for you. All right. VSS, thank you, Pink Spirited, for that donation. You said Haitian Honor says she must have me blocked. That's VS Icon Lady because I think she is dark and cold and her heart is black. Oh, forgive me. I was typing in my native language, Creole. I do think your heart is right in the place, which can be very different. God bless. Well, let me just say this in response of VS. I have worked with her. We have worked on a show. And I want to say that this particular woman, she's just like everyone else, Well, I can't say that she's like everyone else. She is cut from a different cloth. And some of us have been through trauma that is maybe extensive than others. But I want to say this, no matter what your trauma level is, I still feel like people deserve a second chance. And I still believe that sometimes when we meet people, we don't know where they are. And some people are guarded. There are some tales that, people don't tell you and they mask it. And I feel like once you take time and actually get to know some of these content creators, and they'll peel back the layers of the onion, right? And they'll let you know, hey, I've been through this, and this is maybe why I react like this, or this is, I was triggered and this is why you saw me like this. And so I want to say, let's not give up on each other. Let's just at least reach out and say, hey, I'm a supporter of you. I liked you. And I'm kind of in confusion as to where I am as far as following you. And I want to know, is there anything that maybe I should know? Any way that I could support you? And, a way that you could be vulnerable so I could support you even more, because I kind of see that we all have shortcomings, but I feel like I'm on an assignment to work something out with you. And I think if you come at that approach, then people that are on the receiving end is saying, okay, this person is vulnerable. They're meeting me where I am. And the only way that this could go left is if I don't give them a chance. So that's why I say don't totally give up on somebody, and don't let somebody's interactions that you see out here on YouTube uh, cause you to judge them in such a way, because I feel like you caught them in a moment. They were addressing something, they were in their moment, or whatever the case may be. Always reach out to a person and establish your relationship, because my relationship with VS is going to be different from yours. Your relationship with her is going to be different from mine, and so on and so forth. So, let's just give people a chance. Let's not just write them off. A suggestion, not a command. Haitian Honor says, I do think your heart is in the right place. I just wish things could be very different. God bless you. Thank you so much. A bird named Taco says, I shared your live. Thank you so much, Taco. VS Icon says, what do I have to do with what Queen Tulsa is doing? This is her show. I'm just enjoying it. All right. Pink Spirit says, Haitian Honor, whenever someone blocks me, it's a badge of honor. I'm not a troll, so if they blocked, it's because I call them out for doing too much. Let's see. Haitian Honor also replies back, says, I used to be subscribed to her after seeing her in the tea sector, but I stopped. I have only been in this sector for a year, so much of this new to me. Well, I want to say this. I'm glad you're back, but also, however, VS is not the same woman that she was maybe like 3 years ago. One thing that I can say about her, she has been given different content. She keeps you alert in the loop of the news, the trending topics and things like that. So I would just say, maybe have a conversation with her the next time she goes live if she has an open panel. But I would just say give her a chance. Look at her community wall. Look at what she shows and look at what she's doing. And I would say compare that to what she was doing that had you so frustrated. And I say if you compare that with that, I say that you will see a growth in her. And I think that you will have a different perspective on her. And I think that you will be drawn into her, being that she switched it up. Look at Pastor Jay Wilson. He switched up her content. He switched up his content. I switched up my content. VS switched up her content. Some of the content creators are following suit with switching it up, giving the people something different. Yeah, we can beef. We accomplished that. Everybody know VS can beef. Everybody know VS can read. Everybody else, she can get those documents and read them off. Now she's showing you something different of her, a different perspective. My experience, VS says, would Haitian Honor want me to come up on the panel and she come up as well? We both adults. Let's talk. I would love that. Let me go ahead and drop the link. I think that this would be an appropriate time to do that. And you guys can kind of, Haitian, you could let her know your grievances and maybe she could address them and we can move forward. I think that's a great idea. Thank you for suggesting it. Pink Spirit says, anyway, I was disgusted when people started acting like what Uppity was doing was justified and it was not. Pink Spirit says, it's very clear she was provoking that man and trying to get a moment at the expense of her child's safety. Oh, excuse me. Heels, lipstick, and pow-pows. The boss lady. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Haitian Honor says, may I ask what that video was you were showing? Was that the context? Yes, it was her and she was trying to go at that man. It was Uppity and she was trying to go at that man. Here, let me go ahead and play it. If you all want to come up, let me know if you want to come up. All right, let's check it out.
Yeah, they was riding my daughter old scooter. He put his hands on me. I'm pressing charges. I will. We got the video. Look at this cockeyed bitch. They broken poor. They son was riding my daughter old scooter. They son was riding my old daughter scooter. Look. Look at this weird bitch. Cockeyed hoe.
Okay, all while she's doing this, her daughter is right next to her. His kids, his girlfriend, his family is with him. Okay, how about now? How about now? Are we back? Okay, so Uppity Child was with her. His children was with him. She decided to carry on like this. I mean, in front of his kids, in front of her kids, and she just didn't have no care in the world. She had no care in the world. That little girl was sitting right there, hand in hand. That man was very upset with her. Okay, we're good. Okay, you said Nyla was not with her. Y'all gonna get enough of playing with people's lives, but carry on. Have a good evening. So Nyla wasn't with her in this video. Nyla wasn't with her. Hey VS, how you doing, girly?
Hey, how you doing, Queen?
You know what? I am well. I'm over here reviewing this video footage, and people are saying that Nyla wasn't even with her in this video, and I'm calling BS. Nyla was with her in this video.
Well, if I could just kind of slip something in, um, I really didn't want to jump into your chat because what's happening now is what I knew what was going to happen. You
Okay.
know, you made your own choice to do a live about this. There are other people doing lives about this. Even months ago, I think last year, Ness did a video calling, pretty much doing the same thing that you're doing. But I
Mhm.
knew people would accuse me of putting some type of battery into your back. So I'm just trying to see what made you want to do a live about this because I'm going to get the blame regardless, saying that I got you doing this. And so that's why the African person in the chat is upset. For some reason they think that I have you doing a live about, or making a call. I have never made a call, although I need to, but I haven't yet. I think I found some information out from Diva Tomboyish that's more probably just as equally important as this, like welfare fraud and different stuff like that. But that's not here nor there. But I just think, the young lady in the chat is upset that maybe she thinks that I got you doing this, and I don't.
Yeah, well, let me go ahead and clarify this. Nobody has me doing this, not even VS. What brought me to this story is we've all saw Uppity. I mean, just hammered on here. And the way that she goes off, we've heard Nyla in the background. We've heard her come online about, getting $1,000 a week. She gets her food stamps. She gets this. She gets public housing. And what really triggered me was when she decided to go at this man in the lobby and had her daughter right there. And I'm saying, you in New York, like that was a big heavy set man. He's very stocky. And if that man decided to put his hands on you, he would probably have knocked you out. And with you being knocked out, we don't know what his mind frame is. What if he would have knocked your child out? I mean, what if he had a switchblade and what if it was a day where he just felt like giving up? And so you were willing to sacrifice your daughter because you couldn't control yourself. You had no self control. There were people, I mean, and this was during normal business hours. So if there was any grievances or discrepancies, she could have went to the office and said, hey, I have a problem, this, that, and the third. Let them handle it. What she decided to do was take matters into her own hands. And at the oh my god, what word am I looking for? At the um mm, at the expense of her daughter and her emotions, not even thinking about how she feels. Like I said, autistic. I mean, VS, you have an autistic child. What I know, I don't have
Yeah,
an
yeah,
autistic.
but my son not autistic like her child is autistic though. Her child is seem to be on a lower level, and
Okay,
that's not a read. The spectrum. You have a high level, you have a lower level.
yeah, but autistic in general, she doesn't deserve that. That type of stuff frightens a child.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know much about it, but I just felt like, that little girl, what if her mom got knocked out? What was she gonna do?
get knocked out with her.
So yeah. Um, so yeah, you never inspired me. You never put a battery in my back to cover this story. I was over at Binary Codes channel earlier, and I was celebrating over there. You know how they were celebrating, and I told them, you know what, I'm fed up, and I'm ready to out uppity, and I'm really ready for something to be done. I'm tired of her coming on here to the internet doing the most. Now it's time for her to buckle up and get her life in order. And if it takes for me to call these people to get them involved, to what they can do a wellness check or see what's going on, check out her videos, check with that apartment complex and see what her behavior is and how she's putting that baby at risk. You know, as long as that baby is safe, I'm okay. I would rather for them to give the baby to the father. In the past, she's been to court. She's lost her children to the fathers. They are not deadbeats. They stepped up to the plate and decided to take care of those children. And if we can have another father to step up and take initiative and do the right thing, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think it's awesome that there are some men out here, not one father, but you got two fathers that are willing to take the responsibility of their kids. You don't see that too often at all. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. All right, so we got some people in the building. Oh yeah, exactly. She put the camera on her several times and also told us that Nyla was saying to lock the door. Have you ever experienced uppity online and it was a lot going on and you were like kind of cringe? Did you say something or did you kind of reach out to her and say, "Hey, let's not do this online"?
Well, this is the video you're playing is not the first time that she's did the phone thing. She actually did that to an actual caseworker who came to her home, and she put the phone in her face and was live, and we were able to see different things. So this is not the first time I've seen this. It's just a different type of person. You know, that lady was maybe less dangerous because she was a caseworker who was there. And I think she was there because the child got out the house and someone I think made a call or something, but the child was outside the house and someone reported it. And so they came.
Absolutely. And there was a comment in the chat. Black Girl Power has a message for you. She says VS throws a rock and hides her hand. She knows she posted the court cases earlier and removed them, but she also tried to get someone on their mama thrown out their home. So what you expect? Well, let me just say this: whether if she
The link is
expressed,
still on my community wall.
okay,
I never deleted it. It's still right there. So I don't throw a rock, I hide my hand. It's
yeah, but
public
VS,
document.
this isn't a bird call for everybody to start coming out now and oh somebody put somebody up to something. No, this woman has been acting out. We've all saw it. There are plenty of witnesses in the chat, including Diva Tomboyish, including others that have seen this woman off her rocker. So we're not going to sit up here and act like VS is up here trying to put something out. If she wanted to cover it, there's been plenty of stories, there's plenty of interviews. VS, is there something wrong with your legs and hands to where you can call somebody and say, "Hey, I want to do an interview"?
Is nothing wrong, but you know, people like blaming me. But I do want to give a shout out to Diva Tomboy, who's in your chat. She was able to pull up some stuff I've never seen before. She was able to show that there's some fraud being committed. She was able
Oh,
to show somebody's paying $183 in rent, but behind on rent. She's getting SSI, but then coming online, getting people coming online getting in these contests, winning money, getting these cash apps, trying to get a Google AdSense, begging, you name it. So I don't think you could double dip like that. Now I do know that's housing authority because I think that was a BNC code. That's code for when they pay your electric bill as well. Um, so for me, you know, whatever you guys doing as far as the kid, it's a beautiful thing. But for me, I see something that's even bigger that's dealing with that SSI and that fraud. Those are felonies that can get you banned from off of those type of benefits and stuff like that. And someone in the chat said I tried to get someone thrown out the house. Could they be more specific of who and what they're talking about? And then maybe I can kind of talk about that, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, let me see. Um, oh, you talking about Black Girl Power? She says,
Hmm.
let's see what she says. She posted court dates early, removed them, but she also tried to. Okay, she also tried to get someone and their mama thrown out their home. So what you expect? All right, the link is here. I mean, if y'all want to come up, Via said that she's willing to address you all. Only thing
Yeah.
I ask, if you guys just be respectful. To her, she was polite to come out and take her time. So she's here. She's saying, "Hey, if you got questions, I'm here." So I got the rent at $183 a month, and she's behind, correct?
Yeah.
And then I have her winning
Well,
contest.
allegedly, that's from the document that Diva Tomboyish posted. But for some reason, they're not saying anything about. I mean, even the social security numbers up there, but no one is saying anything about that. They're just talking about a public link that I posted. I mean, it's ridiculous, but oh well.
Okay, so we got her winning contest on YouTube. These are my reports. These my opinions do not reflect the panelists. So I got her the rent. I'm gonna do some investigation on that rent. Her winning contest. The SSI fraud. Now listen here. You cannot go around here playing with Uncle Sam. I know she's been out here bragging about her government assistance and her Section 8. I know that she had got her voucher and everything was squared away. But when you are taking in donations or anything like that, you must report them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so Real Mama Fifi says, I agree. If child endangerment is a factor, it should be investigated ASAP. Absolutely. I know nothing about any of that stuff. Yes. Made fun of a gift they sent, but still used the mic. Okay, Miss Black Girl Power, you got to come up here. We not understanding what you're saying, sister.
They not
Uh,
gonna come because it's probably bailiff, or one of them other people on a fake page like they always on there. So come on
oh,
up here, Black Girl Power, if you want to talk.
well, you know we got some supporters out here that says they're against fraud, and especially Diva Tomboyish. I don't give a f about barking in the background. My focus is fraud. Oh,
Yeah. And let's not talk about food stamps. Then they give child care vouchers. I mean, it's so clothing vouchers. It's so many benefits out here that people get. I mean, just her winning contests and stuff alone, it will override the amount of money that she has to pay out. I mean, some contests, didn't she win almost when Brianna had the famous food lady? I can't think of her name though, the really light skinned lady who be doing all that cooking. She's
mm-hmm.
real popular. Didn't she
Was it?
win almost $1,000 or something at one time? That's her rent for the whole year. See, we're not talking about just 1 year contest. We're not talking about just 1 year of cash apps. We talking about 2 or 3 years. Yeah, Kimmy's creations.
Okay,
Yeah.
communications. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just over here documenting everything because as I'm doing my interview and I'm doing my research, I need to know what's going on. So and it draws me, and this is upon my belief. This is not factual. This is speculation. What I'm getting that there is some type of substance abuse going on. I know
Oh,
that
okay.
there.
I'm sorry. Let me recant that. Because someone just messaged me. They said that was Lovely Love who won the $1,300, not the other lady. So I do want to recant that. My
And actually, it
apologies.
was 1,500. That lovely love running from Be Honest.
Mm.
So yeah, we there. So it wasn't her. Got you. Is she talking about Bayless maybe? Uh you get tired of a motherfucker like her saying what you ain't gonna do or what you can't do. Yeah, watch this. Oh, oh
Now
yes,
you
sis.
notice that's Diva talking, but they're gonna put it as if I'm saying it. You get what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
used to it, and I don't care at this point. It is what it is. Do what you do. Yeah. Send the paperwork, and we'll go from there.
You said Diva make me silver my boots. Oh child. Yes, Diva is nothing to play with. Wow, that much money. Yes, but see, this is my thing. When she comes on here and says she's get government assistance, she get food stamps, she gets Section 8, and then and she gets like $1,000 a week. Somebody said from the third baby daddy, but you're also getting income on here, like you said. Yes, if you're not
Hmm.
reporting none of this, this is fraud because now you are telling them, "Hey, I need help," but you're getting assistance over here, but you're trying to keep that a secret.
Right. With that housing, you got to report everything. You can't leave nothing out.
Absolutely. I stand alone with the military behind me. Absolutely. And thank you so much for your service. The young lady that was talking to you, she said that she was on her break at 7:45. That's in about 2 minutes. Let me go
Hmm.
ahead and drop the link for the young lady that was she has something to say to you.
Yeah,
Um,
I look forward to talking to the African lady. Like I'm waiting, and even if she need a few more minutes, I'll wait as long, I'll wait because I want her to get everything off her chest that she need to get off.
absolutely. And so I'll just say this, when I did this live, I didn't think about nobody. I thought about myself and what I wanted to convey to the audience. And the audience, what I wanted to tell you is y'all be out here, y'all be doing these malicious phone calls. Call when it matters. Call when you actually see something going on. Don't just be sending these people out here on dummy missions. If you're gonna send them out, let them do that for a cause. And in this situation, if this woman, this was the reason why I did it. If she had baby daddies that would step up in the past and say, "Hey, let me go ahead and get my kid. She's unstable, allegedly. She's not fit. She's not this. She's not that. If I can give them great care, let them be in my custody." This is what I'm pushing for. I'm not pushing for them to go into foster care. I'm going into go ahead and give them to the father. And that's why I stressed that out when I was on the phone with CPS. She's
Hmm.
had children's fathers in the past that stood up to the plate. If we
Yeah.
can go ahead and get that in rotation, you guys are going to be doing us a due diligence and you'll be doing great service. We're not saying go over there and take that girl up out of there and stick her in a foster home. So if you got that out of this message, cancel it out, wipe it out. If you thought that this woman VS told me to come up here and do this, you are damn wrong.
Yeah, I that's why I didn't want to even come into the chat because I already knew what was going to happen. However, you've been very supportive of me, and I'm entertained by this. So I definitely want to come over and show support. But I already knew what this was going to lead to. But I'm okay with that. I see some people are upset that I said the African lady, but I'm African American. I'm African American. She's African Haitian. So I'm saying the African lady. What's wrong with that? They're even saying that white people are mutants. All people with our original people are black people. However, there's been some mutations that happen that change the skin tone and the melanin. And that's where we get Asian people and white people and other people. Look it up. The scientists talk about this all the time. So what's the problem with saying the African lady? I'm African. I'm an African lady too. So what's
All
next?
right. Seems like we got some guests up in the building. Miss Mama Fifi has ran up to.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Mama Fifi, how are you
hey.
doing?
All right. Hey, VS. I'm not gonna stay up
Hi.
here. Hi, long. I wrote out Haitian because that's what she stated when she stated that she's getting ready to be off in
But
15
yeah,
minutes. She could talk.
but I'm gonna call her what I want to call her. Whether she like it or
Okay,
not,
I didn't know if you saw
she
that.
gonna get what I say she is.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Respectfully. I know you
Yeah,
you
I
just
wasn't
sort of
trying to
yeah.
correct you. I just thought you didn't see what she had wrote. But where the hell is
I
Uppity?
didn't see because I blocked her. You know.
Okay, yeah, that's what she wrote. And she said, I'll be off in 15 minutes if it's okay.
Well, it's
So it's been
past.
about
It's
15
past.
minutes.
Well, yeah, it's past 7:45. So we definitely want her to come up here and speak her piece.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't recall seeing her before, but maybe she has a
I've
different
seen her
name.
before. She was a member. I've seen her before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a disgruntled
I
member.
must have said something that upset her. But that's fine.
Well, you
Thank you for the
open, I
time
would
that
have
we had together.
approached you and asked you. You don't hide from you or Diva from a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sure she's going to give me her grievances, and I'm gonna let her get
oh,
it off her chest so she could feel better. It's okay.
yeah. Oh, how nice of you, girl.
Yeah, God
All
is
right.
working
Well,
on
I'm gonna
me.
get down. I just wanted to say that, and nice to see you out here early. Are you doing your thing, Tulsa? You've been working,
Yes, she
so
Um,
has.
so,
yeah. All right, I'm gone. Bye bye.
all
Bye.
right, beautiful.
All right, I'll be in the chat. I'm
Okay.
waiting for Haitian honor to show up.
Ancient Honor, listen here. VS is still here. She said that, she's willing to hear you out. You said, give us a moment. You will be on your break in 45. I'm assuming that you are clocking out right now and you are headed to the break room or out to the parking lot or in your car. Okay. So, VS,
Yeah.
let us know while we wait for her. What do
hmm
you have coming up? Because you have been out of the way, minding your business. And like I was telling the people, you've been on some different type of content. So how is VS doing? Where's she at nowadays?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. The last 2 or 3 days, I've kind of had an urge to kind of fall back into the beefing and stuff. So I've been putting forth like a really big effort to not fall into that trap again. Cause it's easy to fall into that trap because that's where the easy money is at. That's where the you can get easy views and stuff to do that. So I've been wanting to express myself. So that's why I went on Rick Reed's channel and spoke with him about things that's been going on, whatever. But I don't feel good about it because I've been in a real peaceful place. So as far as me, I just enjoy doing my shorts. I have been watching everything that's been going on for the most part and seeing different stuff. But this right here has piqued my interest because it seemed like the more quiet I am or the more laid back I am, the more people try to poke me. Because even the lady that you're talking about now, I haven't really did much to her for the most part. And she won't stop saying my name or accusing me of doing stuff. And so I'm going to make her, instead of her being a liar, I'm going to make it truthful. I'm going to, everything she's saying that I'm doing, it shall come to pass because we don't want her to be a liar. But if Diva can slow down because she's been doing a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't, y'all not leaving me any crumbs to pick up off the floor. So I think you handled yourself very professional. You gave your information. You didn't try to hide who you were. Um, I think the information Diva has out is public information. She did cover up the social security number and different stuff like that. I did post a link, but this is not the first time and it won't be the last time. And I did not delete it. It's still there. It's public document. So other than that, I don't understand like what the problem is.
Okay, but Haitian Honor, you told us that you were going to come up here and you were going to have a conversation with her. And VS, I mean, she's chill, she's cool. She didn't, I mean, she's not bothered. She's like, if you want to have a conversation, she's willing to do that. But now you're about to go and enjoy your lunch in peace and it will not be stolen. I don't think VS, are you trying to steal her lunch?
I'm not trying to steal her peace at all. If you notice, I haven't cursed. I haven't disrespected her. I think she felt disrespected because I said the African lady. But again, I'm African American. Every time they ask me what my race is, I put African American. So we're all African. So I don't understand what the issue is. Why is she offended by being called African? I wouldn't be offended. I would. So why is she offended?
You know what? Um, I feel like you're shining. You're in your own lane. You're doing your thing. I think that this was a great segment for me. And what I wanted to do was just shed light. And my thing is, if we are going to utilize CPS and things like that, let's do it for a cause and not an applause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when y'all be sitting out here playing, y'all be interrupting services for individuals that really need it. Like this woman is really out here drunk and putting her child in harm's way. My biggest fear was that man hitting her and then
Mm-hmm.
taking off on that little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because people of different races, they don't like black people. They don't like black people. And the way the climate and the culture is everybody's on edge. You know what I'm saying? So You going up against a man, I don't think that's a good idea, uppity.
Can I ask Diva Tombush one question? Is that a current address? That's the only thing I need to know. Everything else is there. That address, is that current or is that old? That's the only thing I would need to know.
Okay. Yollywood News says video.
I have $50 for anyone who can find that video where that lady thought that she had the phone call, I mean the StreamYard on mute, and she slapped the child and the child started crying. If anyone has that video, I have $50 for you. You can find me on Instagram, VS Icon.
Hold on, let me put your I'll go ahead and put your link up in here. If anybody want to make $50 and you got some information, go ahead and send it. Let me see.
Oh, someone just messaged me and said ZX had already reported her for that video. Okay.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it seems like oh girl is not coming up. I would like to say VS, thank you for coming by. And
Thank you
what
so
would
much for having me.
you welcome. What are your closing arguments? And also let the people know where they can follow you. I know Hypnotic Touch dropped your link to your chat. If we can get VS's link dropped once again. Go ahead, VS.
I just want to say the views of VS Icon is not the views of Queen Tesla. So please don't hold her accountable or try to use me as a way to try to unsubscribe or not donate or support her channel. This show, I'm enjoying it. It was her own idea. However, I'm enjoying it because I do feel like that something needs to be done about the situation. Now, if you know about the links that I'm posted, you should have clicked on them and really saw what was happening. Now, Queen Tussler, I'm not trying to add too many more people to this start drama. And I have fallen to really like, I was gonna say fallen in love, I'm gonna change that. I have come to really like Miss Pizarro, Miss Intel, and her people, whatever. But her and Brianna are the ones who saved that lady the first time, because a lot of people they was gathered like trying to handle that when that slap happened. Like a lot of people was doing stuff and they protected her, but they now have fallen out with her. So now she's not under protection anymore. And they're saying stuff now. But had they not protected her back then, this would have been handled. They covered her when all this stuff was going on. And I thought it was sad back then. I thought it was wrong back then. But a lot of people had her back, even though they knew all of this stuff. So just thank you guys for having me up here. Queen Tussle, I like having the wrench. However, it's some people who I do want to block because I just want to block the people who don't like me. I just rather block them out and see when I have the wrench, I can't do it because then it'll take them out your chat. So I don't want to do that. So whenever not, you don't have to do it right now, but just in the future. But I
Okay.
appreciate you.
If you get that urge and they coming for you, I would say just block them for like 30 minutes. How does that sound?
Oh no, I would never block anybody in your chat. I
No,
I,
no,
I
no,
could
no.
tolerate it.
Out. You know what I'm saying? Like time them out. I would say
Yeah,
time
yeah,
them
but I wouldn't do it because I never see that's the one thing I can handle it. We'll talk later. But I wouldn't do that at all. Not in your chat because I want you to have your support, and I hope people continue to come support your channel even when you're not doing stuff like this because you be doing real content.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I saw you interviewed the lady from um oh gosh, not the Real Housewives of Potomac. She's not on the show anymore. And I
Yes.
thought that was good. I just saw that the other day. I was like, wow, I didn't know you and Couture Bay did
Yes.
that.
Yes. And see,
That's
this is
real content.
yeah. And you
But
know what?
they don't like stuff like that. They want to see this mess, but that you interviewed a celebrity.
Mm-hmm. Jazzy. And actually she's headed down the aisle. I'm actually gonna reach out to her this evening or tomorrow. But yeah,
Hmm.
she's actually headed down the aisle. I don't think that I'll be there, but I'll be sure to get all the exclusive details for you. But
Oh, that'd be nice. Hmm.
yeah, No, I was gonna say, I was gonna reach out to you because I liked how we did our what is it, my primetime mixer on Mondays. I want to get
Mm-hmm.
back into the flow of that, but I've been working with female content creators. I actually got to reach out to Brianna to see if she still wants to do the PDD recap today at 7:30. But I've been out here just trying to network with each other and like I'm with it. If y'all want to put together something, y'all let me know. How can I show up? And if I have something I want you guys to show up, I'll let you know. But I want to work with you again. It was very fun. Your
Yeah.
energy, my energy was just fun, and we understand that this is business. This is a business. We may not agree on everything, and even in this situation, there were some points that I didn't want to touch, and you didn't have no say so. You didn't, you just gave your unbiased opinions, and I appreciate that for coming up and contributing to something that you were not even included in. You just saw me live and just popped in.
Yeah, yeah. They're not gonna believe that though. But I appreciate you, and we'll talk on on the other stuff. Yeah, and that would
Okay.
be cute if me, you and Brianna or Lady Nika or whoever come up here like that. I mean, that would be cute. To do something like this. People who they really haven't seen on panels together.
Yeah.
Different faces.
Hmm.
Okay, let me jump down so you can finish your show. Thank you.
Hey, you are so welcome, beautiful. All right, that was the one, the only, the VS icon. You can find her here on YouTube, and you also can find her on Instagram. She is definitely a friend of the show, and we are definitely going to have an amazing time. Listen here, you said it's me, Felicia says, hey, Tosin VS. Hey, it's Miss. Hey, it's me, Felicia. That tongue tie. Investigation wasn't done. Well, with this live broadcast, hopefully somebody checks it out. That's the Queen Tulsa tabloid. You guys make sure you check that out. And also like the video, y'all. Absolutely. Well, listen, we have come to the end of our broadcast. I want to thank you all so much. I want you guys to stick around for P. Diddy and the case. We're definitely covering his case. I think we're going to start from like day 6 up until the current day of today when they were in court. We're going to hear about Capricorn Clark. We're going to hear about Carrie Morgan. We're going to hear about Cassie. We're going to hear about Kid Cudi, and more. So I want to thank you all so much, and thank you for your support. Like and share and subscribe, and thank you for our guest VS Icon for strolling past and stopping up to hit the link to jump on the panel. Let's see. You leaving this up, Queen Tulsa? Yes, I am. I will be. I missed the beginning. Yes, ma'am. All right. Foolish Dreamer, VS Icon, stay you. Yes, I'm so proud of her. You guys check her out. She's on a whole different level, and I'm loving it. All right. So this concludes our broadcast. Judge Queen Tulsa is out of the MF and building. Off to Queen City you go. This court has been adjourned.